worked in recruitment for 11 years prior to starting up Willo. And one of my biggest frustrations as a consultant and then as a manager was two things, really. One was we did all of our recruitment based on potential and the kind of communication skills, soft skills of a candidate. Now, what we found was it's incredibly difficult to convince somebody of somebody's soft skills just off the basis of a CV. So there wasn't much transparency in that process. The second was one of my biggest frustrations, which is you start trying to engage with a candidate, they get so far and then they're not that committed to the process and they actually just drop out. You've wasted your time, you've blocked out time for interviews, etc. So that's kind of what drove Willo to become a thing. And our vision is basically to create a virtual and flexible way of interviewing candidates and sharing them with clients in a much more engaging way than ever before. And so far it seems to be working. So we launched in January 2020. And we're now up to over 5,000 users across 130 different countries.
Number one would be we went through or are still going through a major digital transformation. And as part of that, we wanted to integrate a video interviewing tool into our platform, which will be a benefit of use to our customers. And obviously, since COVID has happened, the whole world has moved remote, right? It's pretty much the norm now to spend time working remotely. So we wanted to kind of combat those two things in one and find a solution which met our needs. And finally, we've got a pretty major customer actually that use a video interviewing tool themselves, which was created by them. And we thought it was a really good idea, and we thought maybe we could roll it out across other customers. So when we did some research, we came across Willo and we found it to be the best product for many reasons, which we'll go into more detail on shortly as well. Great, so I think the first thing that I really liked about the Willo platform is when we set it up for our company, for Halian, it's customizable in terms of branding. So the landing page for the candidate can be Halian banner, an introduction to somebody at Halian filming the reasons why, or a quick introduction video of why we would like the candidate to do the video introduction or the video interview and the benefits of them doing it. So the customizable branding bit is really good. And then obviously one of the main purposes we use it is the customizable questions. So I can literally put any question forward to my candidate, and obviously different clients have different questions. So the ability to use the tool across all clients is fantastic. The activity app dashboard is also great for us. So we're able to have a quick snapshot view of all of our jobs, how many candidates have interviewed. There's a scoring system that goes against them as well. So if we have a job that is like a repetitive job, which we have in my sector a lot of the time, we can go back into the old job and look at the scores from previous candidates, and we can put them forward to future jobs for similar or even the same clients. So I'd say those, off the top of my head, those three things have been great, value for us and the fantastic Willo features.
And again, I just to expand on that, one of the points that we sort of debated quite a lot is, what questions should we be asking candidates and how should we be using it? And the answer is actually, for most roles and most companies, is probably different. So some might just want one video personal statement, which is enough. Others, you can actually get an even deeper partnership with that company by saying, okay, what are the kind of top 3 questions that you would want to ask? And we can actually put that in the video. So their interview's already started before they've even met the candidate. And again, it's one of those kind of byproducts that perhaps we don't think about, where it's getting us to ask more questions of our client and working together to basically start their interview process a lot sooner in the process. And then we become, entrenched in their business in a much more kind of cohesive way.